Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
teacher. Good evening.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hi, Miss. Good evening.
Good evening. All right. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope you are doing good today, that you're well. Let's start our class right away. Just give me a moment to open the list for the attendance. Right, let's start. Thank you. Okay, so let's start by checking the attendance, sorry, the agenda for today. What is our plan? And then I will check the list. Okay, so first, the first activity today is going to be a quizzes game to practice the vocabulary that we learned in the last class, all right? So from the book and in our class, we studied some vocabulary. We're going to review it today. Then we're going to do a listening activity on page 60. We're going to practice phrasal verbs with a video quiz. And then we're going to study further some particles in phrasal verbs that modify the meaning of the verbs, okay? We're going to complete activities on page 61 and finally a discussion on point 7, page 61. So that is our plan for today, our activities. Now let's start checking the attendance. Let's check the list. Okay, I will keep my camera off for a couple of minutes while we check the attendance. Karen Acevedo.
Present, teacher.
All right, Santiago Fonseca.
Here, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Kiara Martinez.
Present, teacher.
Very good. Jorge Moreno.
Hi, teacher.
All right, thanks. Natalia Navarro.
Present.
Okay. Diego Olarte.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Manuela Ortiz.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Continue. Joan Sebastián. Diego, did I mention you, Diego? I forget. Diego Olarte.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Joan is not here. Beatriz Pedraza. Not connected. Xiomara Rincón.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jessica Rios.
Present, teacher.
Catherine Rodríguez.
Present, Miss.
Okay. Marlon Sánchez. Not here. Mendy Santa.
Present, teacher.
All right. Manuel Sepúlveda.
Present, teacher.
María Alejandra Vega.
Present, teacher.
All right. And Vanessa Zambrano. Vanessa is not connected. Okay. Okay, guys. So as I told you, let's start with the vocabulary practice. This is from our previous class. So you will see the number of letters, and I'll put the first letter as a clue to help you, okay? So you have to write the complete words that are missing in each gap to complete the sentence, okay? This is a vocabulary related to what we studied in the previous class, the reading that we did on Thursday. So let's see how much can you remember from the vocabulary. Let's start. Give me just a minute to open the quizzes and I'll send the link to you. Okay. Okay, now you can join the quizzes. Okay, let's start the activity. Guys, I put the vocabulary on the screen because I see that you don't remember. So here is the vocabulary. Okay, let's finish the activity and check the results. Let's see. Okay, Maria, Diego, and Manuel are the winners for our quizzes today. Let's see. Okay, the results are not very good. Let's check the sentences one by one, okay? The first one was focusing on things you're good at can help build your self-esteem, okay? Your self-esteem. That's why I sent you the vocabulary so you could check it. Self-esteem is right there. The second, I know it seems unfair now, but in the long run, it will do you good, okay? In the long run. This was the answer, in the long run. Eventually, employees found, this one, it was tricky because the verb needed to be in past. Si era get the hang, pero el verbo estaba en pasado. Entonces era got the hang of it. They soon got the hang of it. Next, the first few pages shattered. This is here. Yes, shattered, damaged, or destroyed. Any illusions that this was going to be an easy book to read. Next, number 5. I was never a high achiever at school. I always got average grades, high achiever. Number 6, the project was a success because all the effort Clara put in. It was a phrasal verb right there. He received a lot of praise for his efforts. That was the last one. Praise for his efforts. All right, so you can see here we need to practice the vocabulary after we studied, right? So not only during that day, during that class, but we need to keep on practicing it so it stays in our memory. All right, guys, very good. So now we can start with our activities for today. These are on pages 60 and 61. Okay, these are the pages for today, pages 60 and 61. The first activity that we're going to cover from the book is a listening activity. So on page 60, we have some comments here about people's different experiences that people have in their education, okay? Let's read the comments first, and then we discuss it and we start the listening activity. So let's start reading. Maria Alejandra, can you read the first two comments, please? 1 and 2.
Discipline was strict. There were lots of rules. My education helped to make me self-motivated and able to learn things for myself. The whole experience made me and a lot of other people feel rather aimless.
Rather aimless. Okay. The discipline was strict. There were loads of rules. My education helped to make me self-motivated and able to learn things for myself. The whole experience made me and a lot of other people feel rather aimless. What is aimless? Do you know?
No, teacher. Just know that aim is like an objective, but I don't
Okay,
like the sense.
good. So aimless. What is less?
Without.
Menos.
Without aim. So sin objetivo. Yes. Without aim. Aimless. Muy bien. Ese sufijo less es sin. Entonces, sin objetivo. Dice que la educación que tuvieron era como muy automotivada. Entonces, era muy de experimentar y aprender cosas por sí solos. Y esto los hacía sentir como sin un objetivo claro. All right, the next two comments. Let's read Kiara. Next two. Kiara,
Yes, teacher.
can you read the next comments?
Yes, it made you very mature and adult.
And the next, 1 and 2. Kiara, the next one, please. Also.
The approach was very
Mhm.
traditional, lots of rote learning and tests.
Rote learning and test. Rote learning means learning from memory, so repetition. Okay, this is rote learning. There was very traditional, a lot of rote learning and a lot of tests. Santiago, please read the next two comments.
Okay, teacher.
Mhm.
My education was very well rounded and gave me a broad outlook on life.
Mhm.
And it was really fun, creative, and motivating.
Yes, very good. So what's the meaning of the word outlook in the second one? Outlook. It gave me a broad. What is broad? First of all, what is broad? So we say narrow, broad.
Amplia.
Amplio, yes.
Amplio.
And outlook, what is this? Outlook.
Like panorama?
Yes, panorama. So it gave me a broad outlook on life in general. The other one, fun, creative, motivating. All right. Vanessa, please read the next two comments.
Bullying was a real problem at my school.
No, I think my education.
I think my education really helped to make me focus and hard work.
Focused and hardworking. And the next, bullying.
Bullying was a real problem at my school.
Yes, bullying was a real problem at my school. And the last one, we didn't learn that much that was useful in real life. Okay, so we have different comments. Now, in the next part, what we're going to do is decide which comments are positive, which ones are negative, and which ones might be either. So either positive or negative. So I'll give you some time. You can put in front of each one. So if you think it's positive, you put P. If you think it's negative, you put the N. Or either, cualquiera de los dos, either you put letter E in front of the comment, right? Let's read them again, and I'll give you a couple of minutes to decide if you think it's positive, it is or negative, or it can be either positive or negative, okay? All right, guys. Do you have your answers? Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Okay. Let's check. So for the first one, discipline was strict and there were lots of rules. Catherine, what do you think?
Well, Miss, for me,
Yes.
this is negative. for
Okay,
me.
you consider negative, all right?
Yes, in my case, because when I was a little student,
Mhm.
people or students are really tired about a lot of rules that that was in the school in this time.
Okay, so you consider that excessive rules were
Excessive, yeah, Miss. When are some rule or basic rule or discipline rules, it's okay. But excessive rule will be tired for or annoying for some student or people or in
yes.
anywhere.
Okay, good. It's fair, your opinion, it's negative here. Okay, Diego, for the next. Make you self-motivated and learning things for myself, but the whole experience made me feel aimless. What do you consider? Is it positive?
I consider that is positive, teacher.
Okay, positive to not have, so to be learning for yourself and not have many rules.
Yeah.
Right. Karen, what do you consider next? It made you very mature and an adult. Karen? Okay. No problem. So Jorge, for this one, it made you very mature and adult. What do you think?
Positive.
All right, you consider it positive. Okay. Okay, continue, Manuel. Next, the approach was very traditional, a lot of rote learning and tests. So memorization and a lot of tests.
I think it's negative.
Okay, for you it's negative. All right. Mandy, what about the next? My education was very well rounded and gave me a broad outlook on life.
Teacher, excuse me, what is the question?
So do you consider, is it positive, negative, or either positive or negative?
Teacher, for me, my education was very well. It's positive, teacher.
Okay, positive. All right, continue, Manuela. It was fun, creative, motivating.
Positive, teacher.
Yeah, this is, I think we can all agree it's positive. Santiago, what about the next? My education helped me to be focused and hardworking.
Positive.
It's also positive. Vanessa, what about the next? Bullying was a real problem at my school.
It's negative. Sure.
Yes, this is negative. And Simara, the last one, we didn't learn that much that was useful in real life.
Teacher is 8.
Either you consider can be positive or negative, okay? You can think it's either positive or negative. All right, so here it all depends on your opinion, really. If you consider that a lot of rules or a strict education is positive, it's good, or you can consider it's not very good, it's negative. So this really depends on your opinion for your answers in this part. Okay. Next, we're going to see some people here. Okay. We have 4 people that we have a short description of their education. So we're going to see which comments can we relate to their education. So these people had some uncommon education, right? It's not or unusual education. We're going to relate this type of education to some of the comments, okay? Let's see. The first person attended stage school until the age of 14. Stage school, I think this is the same as a theater school. Let me check. Theater school, stage school. Yes, a stage school is a theater school, okay? Do you understand a theater school or a stage school? Okay, where you have drama classes, acting classes, dancing, all of this. This is stage school, right? The second person had boarding school. Do you know what this is, boarding school?
Pilots and
No, it sounds like it, but no. Actually, in Spanish, we say internado, okay?
Escuela internacional.
horrible.
Yes, board school is internado, okay? So you can see big house, all the students live in the school, right? They have classes, all the extracurricular activities, and they live in these schools. Generally, it's all boys or all girls schools, okay? This is a boarding school. Then they have a French-American bilingual school. So I think we understand this. It's bilingual school, but for French and for English. And finally, he was educated at home by his parents. So he didn't go to school. He studied at home with his parents, okay? So I'll give you 2 minutes to think which comments can we relate to these people, okay? For example, she was in a stage school. I can say maybe she says it was really fun, creative, motivating for her, okay? So you are going to think one comment, at least one comment that you can relate to each of these people, okay? 2 minutes and then we socialize. Okay. Let's see, guys. So for the second person, boarding school at the age of 8, what comment do you think it can relate to his experience in education? You can answer voluntarily, doesn't matter. Raise your hand, open your microphone. Tell me, what do you think?
Teacher, discipline was strict. There were lots of rules.
Yes, probably this school had a lot of rules. It was very strict for him. Good, thank you, Manuela. So for the next, for French American bilingual school, anyone else? You have another opinion? What do you think about this education? French American.
Maybe my education was very well-rounded and gave me a broad outlook in life.
Yes, maybe
Or
learning languages or about other cultures gave you a broad perspective. Yes, a broad outlook. Yes, Catherine?
Miss in French American bilingual school, I think the approach was very traditional. A lot of raw learning and
Okay.
tests.
Okay, you think there were a lot of tests? It can be possible. All right. And for the last experience for studying at home, being educated at home, what do you think?
I think the second one, teacher. My
Yes.
education helped me to
Mhm.
make myself to make me self-motivated and able to learn things for myself. The whole experience made me and a lot of other people feel rather aimless.
Okay, yes, it can be when you are studying at home, maybe with your parents or alone, you need to have a lot of motivation or like will to be disciplined yourself because it's difficult to learn like without any guidance. So I think this can be appropriate for him. Very good. All right, guys. So now that we have the context and what we're going to talk about, we're going to do the listening part of the activity. We're going to pay attention to Gina and Steve. These are the first two speakers, and you're going to take notes, make notes about the answer to these questions. So in point 3A, we have 2 questions. The first is, what was their education like? And in what ways was it unusual? And what were the good and the bad aspects that they mentioned? Okay? So listen, pay attention, and make notes about this. What was their education like for Gina and Steve? And in what ways was unusual? And what were the good things and the bad things mentioned? Okay? Let's start listening. I will play it with the script.
Unit 6, Recording 2.
Okay, I will play it so you can check the script and help you with your notes. So, can you hear well? Can you listen to it?
2. 1.
Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, me.
Unit 6, Recording 2. 1.
I actually went to theatre school from about the age of 10. And for people who don't know, you basically are at a school like anybody else, except for during the day, you'll do your academic classes and then you'll switch to a vocational class. So you may do an English class and then do singing and then come back after lunch and do ballet and then finish off with French, for example. So that's how it works. I didn't board there. And I was there till I was 14. And I would say the best things about it is that you have an amazing time. If you love everything about, theatre and and acting and showbiz, then you have the time of your life, and I absolutely did. There's very little bullying, because bullying usually happens when people don't see eye to eye, and we all have the same sort of goals. And other positives were that you become incredibly mature very quickly. You're earning money for what you do. So your friends at normal schools are doing what normal kids tend to do, and you'll be working professionally. Instead of doing a school show, you'll be getting paid for yours. And I generally found that was a really good thing. It makes you grow up. On the other hand, you could criticize it for being perhaps too worldly wise and making you too grown up too quickly. Perhaps I know that some people felt that they lost a bit of their childhood, and worrying about work and getting auditions. There's plenty of time for that. So that was one thing. And I think also that some children were there that didn't really want to be there. Their parents wanted them to be there, and that's kind of awful. If that was the case. And I also think that you can argue that in some of these schools, your education suffers a little bit, because really everybody's far more interested in the singing and the drama and the dancing than they are doing their English and maths and stuff. So I think that about sums it up.
2. So, yeah, my education was quite unusual compared to other people, perhaps because I went to boarding school. And I actually went to boarding school from the age of 8. It was a very traditional school. So there were lots of rules and regulations and traditions. And we had sort of a very old-fashioned uniform. There was a lot of... it was... a very, very busy schedule. We had almost no free time at all. There were classes all through the day, and some afternoons there was sport or there was music. And at the weekends we also had things like we had classes in the Saturday morning, usually sport in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, we used to have the church service, and then there'd be more music. So probably the only bit of free time, long bit of free time that we ever got was on a Sunday afternoon. But I enjoyed it, my time there. I mean, I look back on it very fondly. I made lots of very good friends there. And I think it helped me certainly to become very focused on goals and that sort of thing, and to deal with busy schedules. So overall, I have very fond memories.
All right. Let's start or summarize what we heard about these people in the first part. All right, so let's see, for example, Maria Alejandra. For the first person, what was their education like? And how was unusual? For the first person, it was Gina.
Number 2, my education.
So about Gina, what was her education like? What did she say about her education? No?
No, sorry, teacher.
Okay, who has the answer? What was Gina's education like? ¿Cómo era su educación? What was her education like? Nope. Okay. Wait. Catherine, tell me.
Yes, Miss. I don't know, but I heard that
Mhm.
she was at theater school and
Yes.
have academic classes,
Mhm.
but they was really um mm, I don't know, very busy because she have a lot of classes and singing and dance. She have an amazing time in her school,
Mhm.
but they was
Okay, wait. So, yeah, first, the education was a stage school. Yes. Why was it unusual? Because they had normal classes and also had singing, dancing, and acting. So this is unusual. Then we have the good aspects, what you are saying. Good aspects is little bullying, no mucho bullying. What else? What's good? I saw another person that wanted to participate. Maybe Vanessa? Little bullying. What
Uh,
else was good?
she thinks she become mature very keenly.
Yes, she became mature very, very quickly. Very good. And what are some of the bad aspects?
she said something like criticize.
Okay, she was not criticized, yes. This is related to the bullying, está como relacionado al bullying. Todos estaban como en la misma sintonía, entonces no había bullying, okay? Yes. What were the bad aspects? Maybe what? Manuel?
She said that maybe she grown up like very quickly because they have to do like many performances and auditions. So they had to prepare and thinking about it.
Yes, very good. Okay, listen. I need you to participate in the class. I only see normally Catherine, Manuel participating in the activity. So I need to listen to everyone, Karen, Diego, Jorge, Kiara, Marlon, Mendy, especially Mendy, I haven't heard from since the beginning of the course. En este nivel no te he escuchado casi en ninguna clase, Mendy, Xiomara, Jessica, ¿ok, chicos? Entonces, que yo no los llame no significa que no esté esperando que participen en la. Yo voy tomando apuntes, quién participa y quién no. Estamos en un nivel B2, 3. Ustedes ya a este nivel deben estar a la altura de socializar una actividad de este tipo. Incluso les pongo el texto para que se vayan guiando y no logramos tomar las ideas, chicos. Es necesario que todos estemos en la misma sintonía, estamos en un nivel ya avanzado, no podemos estar esperando que cada rato nos llamen y cuál es la respuesta, ¿ok? Entonces, lo digo en español para que todos me entiendan, para que todos estemos claros y sepan lo que estoy esperando de ustedes, ¿ok? All right, so we're going to finish with the Steve part. I will play it again, Steve's part, and after that, I expect that everyone participates in the discussion, okay? I will play Steve's part now.
Unit 6, Recording 2.
For and getting auditions is to be there. Their parents wanted them to be there, and that was the case. And I was far more interested in the singing and the drama and the dancing than they.
Education was quite unusual. 2.
Okay, I will play it, but without the text, because you already heard it one time with the text, so no text this time.
So, yeah, my education was quite unusual compared to other people, perhaps because I went to boarding school. And I actually went to boarding school from the age of 8. It was a very traditional school. So there were lots of rules and regulations and traditions. And we had sort of a very old-fashioned uniform. There was a lot of it was a very, very busy schedule. We had almost no free time at all. There were classes all through the day, and some afternoons there was sport or there was music. And at the weekends, we also had things like we had classes in the Saturday morning, usually sport in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, we used to have the church service, and then there'd be more music. So probably the only bit of free time, long bit of free time that we ever got was on a Sunday afternoon. But I enjoyed it, my time there. I mean, I look back on it very fondly. I made lots of very good friends there, and I think it helped me certainly to become very focused on goals and that sort of thing, and to deal with busy schedules. So overall, I have very fond memories.
All right. So what about his education? What type of education he had? And this is Steve. Okay. Vanessa?
Teacher, he went to a boarding school at a young.
A boarding school at 8 years old. He was very, very little. Okay. And what do you consider it was unusual about his education? Maybe his uniform, Diego mentioned, old-fashioned uniform.
Tradition.
Yes, right.
He said that use uniform and follow rules.
Yes. Follow many rules. They had to follow many rules. A lot of rote learning, so repetition about tests. What are some good things that he mentioned? Do you listen to any good things?
I get that he enjoyed his he says okay, so he's time in
the school.
Yes.
Okay, he enjoyed his time in this school. What else? I think he said
he has good friends.
Okay, good friends. Yes, Santiago. Sorry. Continue, Catherine. Good friends. What else?
He was very focused.
Okay, very focused. Yes, Santiago. Anything else?
Not sure what my classmates said already.
Or about negative aspects.
About negative, well, I think they mentioned it already, because well, he said that he enjoyed his time there because he makes some good friends, and a part of that, had some free time in the afternoons where they can play sports and some of music. And a part of that, he enjoyed and appreciated that his education make him and their friends and their classmates to improve his focus in their goals.
Yes, very good. So it was very busy, but it also made him very focused on his goals in life, and it also helped him manage busy schedules. Le ayudó a manejar sus horarios muy ocupados. Okay. Right, so we don't have enough time to listen to the other two, Eva and Lester, because we need to complete the next part. Okay, so we're going to stop with the listening for now, but thank you guys for participating. Now let's focus on page 61. This is a topic that I think we have already studied, but we know about it. But today we're going to focus on some parts of phrasal verbs that can change the meaning of a verb, okay? So for that, I have this activity. We're going to do a short part, maybe 2 minutes or 3, and then we'll start with page 61, okay? So let me open the link to the video. This activity is called phrasal verbs quiz. So you will have several options. I will play the video for you, okay? We're going to watch it together. So you're going to see a clip, and then you are going to select what is the appropriate phrasal verb to complete that sentence, okay? Let's do maybe 2 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes or to practice. Can you see the video? Can you listen to the video?
Yes, sure.
Yes, miss.
Where does it come from? Yeah, where does he live? I don't know. But I'm gonna...
Now choose
Okay, so now it's our turn to identify the phrasal verb.
the correct phrasal verb. Drop in. Find out. Come up with. Rely on. The meaning. To get some information or knowledge of something after trying to discover it or by chance.
Okay.
And the correct answer.
Yes.
Where does it come from? Yeah, where does he live? I don't know. But I'm gonna find out.
Find out.
Water that cold? Like right down there? It hits you like 1,000 knives stabbing you all over your body. You can't breathe. You can't think. Which is why I'm jumping in there after you.
Now choose the correct phrasal verb. Thinking over. Blowing up. Giving into. Looking forward to. The meaning. To be very excited or happy about something or doing something in the future.
Okay, there is the meaning. To be very excited or happy about something or doing something in the future. Be very excited. Thinking over. To be very excited or happy. Yes, Maria, that is the answer.
And the correct answer.
Which is why I'm not looking forward to jumping in there after you.
Yes, letter D. I'm not looking forward to jumping in there for you.
Marshall, here's your pumpkin latte.
Wow. How'd you fit a pumpkin into this little cup?
All right, there's only 2 reasons she'd laugh at that. 1, it's the first joke she's ever heard. Or 2, she likes you. You should totally...
Now choose the correct phrasal verb. Cheese her off. Ask her out. Set her up. Put her up to. The meaning. To invite someone to go with you to some place because you want to start a romantic relationship with them.
Okay. Invite someone to go with you to some place because you want to start a romantic relationship with them. You say deep.
And the correct answer.
1, it's the first joke she's ever heard. Or 2, she likes you. You should totally ask her out.
Yes, ask her out.
Wait a minute, you
Okay, let's look at the last one for today.
thought the coupons were your only present. Are you kidding me?
They are?
No. Oh, Phil, come on. It's our anniversary. Those coupons were just like a fun little way of the day.
Now choose the correct phrasal verb. Warm up. Knock up. Kick off. Pop out. The meaning. To start doing something.
Okay, what do you think? To start doing something. Warm up, knock up, kick off, pop out. Okay, Manuel and Diego say Manuel, kick off, Diego, warm up, warm up, warm up. Again.
And the correct answer.
Those coupons were just like a fun little way to kick off the day. Your real present is coming tonight and you're gonna love it.
All right, the answer was kick off. So as you can see, phrasal verbs are very, very common in the English language. So we, the best way to learn them is through context. So seeing them in television, movies, you identify the phrasal verbs. Oh, okay, this is the meaning. Because memorizing a long list, you're going to forget. If you don't see them in context, it's more difficult. So I advise you to pay attention when you are watching a movie, you're watching a television show, to identify the phrasal verbs, that some of them are very, very common in English, right? Okay, so we're going to stop with the video for now. And today we're going to see focus on the particle, that some particles that can change the meaning of a verb. So a phrasal verb has two parts. The verb and the particle, okay? These are the two parts of a phrasal verb. So today we're going to pay attention to the particle, okay? The meaning of the particle, in some cases, can change the meaning of the verb, okay? So here we have the particles cannot add to the basic meaning of a verb without fundamentally changing what it means. Read the sentence below. What idea do the particles involved add? So these particles do not change the meaning entirely, but they add some emphasis, add meaning to the verb, ¿ok? Entonces, esas partículas no siempre cambian totalmente el significado del verbo. A veces se usan para dar énfasis, para completar la idea, ¿no? Darle énfasis, darle más fuerza. Por ejemplo, that about sums it up. To sum up, para resumir, ¿no? Para finalizar. To sum it up, entonces este up lo único que hace es darle énfasis a la acción. To sum it up, aquí tenemos complete or finish. Entonces, en este caso significa esa partícula es to complete or finish. Nos da la idea de que está terminado, ¿no? Completo. Lock up, to drink up, cuando yo digo drink up, entonces que me tomo todo, drink it up. Tidy up, organizar todo, tidy up, okay? The other one, I look back on my school days. So back means to the past. I look back on my school days fondly. Recuerdo mis días de colegio con cariño, ¿sí? Cariñosamente, fondly. So back means in the past, okay? Here we have some patterns that these particles, in which these particles are used, okay? Some phrasal verbs that are common with these particles. Let's start reading them. Jessica, can you first read the first one around and with the examples?
Yes, teacher. Around. Pointless activity. Messing around. Hanging around.
Yes, okay. So this particle around can mean without any specific objective, sin un objetivo en específico. Pointless activity. So it's not the same if I say I am sitting, that I am sitting around, okay? So around means that I'm not doing it with a particular purpose or point in the activity. Like messing around is like molestando, ¿no? Messing around. Or hanging around, es salir con los amigos sin un objetivo en particular, pointless activity, okay? Hanging around, messing around, sitting around. Next, we have Marlon, will you read the next? Away.
Away, intently for a long time. Shutting away, walking away, typing away.
Yes. So in this case, the particle away means for a long time. You are chatting away, like you don't stop chatting. You're doing it for a very, very long time. Or I'm working away. If you work 10 hours a day, you are working away. Or typing away all day on your computer, typing, so you are typing away, okay? It means for a long time. Next particle, Santiago, back.
To the past. Think back, check back.
Yeah, so it means to the past. I think back, pienso en algo que pasó hace rato. Recuerdo. Yes, Diego?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Has think back the same meaning of look back?
I look back on this. Yes, it can have the same meaning. You can say, I look back on my school years fondly, or I think back on my school years fondly. Yes, they can be similar. They have the same meaning. To check back, something like, remember, chequear algo que ocurrió antes, to check back. Or, yes, in the past, something that occurred in the past. Okay, Xiomara, can you read the next? Down. Down tiene dos significados. Down, the first meaning of down.
Down, becoming less, slow down, cut down, be down.
Die down, yes. So slow down, it means to become less. Slow down is bajar la velocidad, not slow down. To calm down, the same, calmarse, okay? Or to die down. Die down is to suddenly finish, okay? Die down. Let's see. To gradually become less strong. Es el significado de die down. The wind will die down in the evening. Cuando algo gradualmente se vuelve menos fuerte, ¿ok? Gradualmente y ya termina. To die down, ¿ok? This is the meaning of the phrasal verb die down. Next, Diego, can you read the second meaning of down?
Down equal onto paper. Write down, take down, note down.
Yes, all of these have the same meaning, to write down. You can say write down means write onto paper. You write it down. Take it down, okay? Ese take down tiene dos significados. Take down puede significar algo más, pero en este contexto es tomar apuntes, ¿no? To take down. To write down spoken words. Entonces, tú me dices algo, ok, lo anoto. I take it down, ok? Take down también puede significar dismantle and remove a structure, como quitar una estructura, take down, ¿sí?
Desmontar.
Desmontar, literalmente, yes, take down. Entonces, tiene los dos significados. En este caso es apuntar o note down también. Onto paper. Yes, Diego?
Teacher, we use phrasal verbs for all of context or only we talk in informal form?
I would say they are more common spoken, but it's not wrong to use it in written or academic text. It is not inappropriate, okay? Sometimes you prefer to use like more elaborate words, but it's not, some are appropriate. The thing is with phrasal verbs that some phrasal verbs are that common that is normal for people to use them. Others are less common. For example, this one, messing around or chatting away. This is not that common, but maybe the slow down is very common. Calm down, also very common, okay? So it depends on the phrasal verbs, I would say. Algunos son más informales que otros. Por ejemplo, este drink up, sí es como muy informal. Tómatelo todo o cómete toda la cena. Drink it up, eat it up, ¿ok? A otros, como el calm down o el write down, son más usuales, ¿ok? Entonces, como que depende. Pero en general, sí son más del habla que de lo escrito, ¿ok? O de lo académico. Okay. Then we have on, the particle on. Let's read it, Jorge. What's the meaning of on, the particle on?
Okay, teacher. Continue. Work on, carry on, drive on.
To work on, so to continue working, to carry on. This one is very, very common. Carry on. Continuar. Literally, just to carry on. Okay? Continue. And drive on, so to continue driving. Okay? Next, Kiara is here. Kiara? Yes. Out. The first meaning of the particle out.
People, hand out, share out, send out.
Okay, so this one is to give to different people. Hand out is like entregar. Hand out these worksheets. Entrégalo. Share out, similar, okay? Reparte, comparte esto, share out. Or send out un correo, por ejemplo. Send out this email. To send it to a lot of different people, okay? This is the first meaning. Out. Hand out, share out, send out. Next, Manuela. The second meaning of out.
Okay, teacher, out, loudly, publicity, speak out.
No, read again.
Loudly.
Loudly.
Loudly. I don't know. Loudly. Publicity.
I know it's a publicity. Publicly. Publicly. Loudly or publicly.
Okay. Speak out, shout out, and call out.
Yes, to speak out. So to shout, to speak publicly or loudly, okay? Speak out or shout out or to call out. Este call out es de como enfrentar o decir en frente de muchas personas. To call out, okay? Call out, clamar, gritar, okay? Call out something, all right? Llamar, a desafiar, convocar, to call out, loudly or publicly. Okay, Karen, can you read the last one? Up.
Sorry, teacher.
Can you read the last one? Up. Last particle.
Up. Up. Complete or finish. Look up, ring it up, tidy it up. Tidy it up.
To lock up, entonces cerrar completamente, lock up. Drink up, beber todo. Eat up, comer todo. Tidy up, ordenar todo. Tidy up. Okay, so to complete or to finish the activity. All right, this is the first part, but these particles can also be used to emphasize or clarify the direction or the direction in which something or someone moves, okay? So we have here around, ya vimos el around como una actividad sin un propósito específico. Messing around, hanging around. Around también puede ser como en la vecindad, en mi alrededor, around, okay? So you say drive or drive around. Es simplemente para darle énfasis. I am driving around the city, okay? I'm driving around the city. Or I'm walking around the neighborhood. I'm walking around it, okay? Or I'm standing around. I'm just simply standing in my vicinity, okay? It's just to give emphasis. Esto es muy común el uso para dar énfasis a un verbo, okay? Next one, let's read it. Maria Alejandra, away.
Away. Far from, move away, run away.
Yes, so it's not the same that you move or that you move away. It means far from, or you run away, okay? You escape, run away, far from here. Mandy, can you read the next? Back. No, Mandy, no está aquí. Okay. Santiago, read the next back. Again, where it came, from where it came.
From where it came. Come, go back, put, and back.
Yes. So here we saw back. It can mean to the past, but also it can be from where it came, de donde vino. Come back. Entonces, vuélvete o go back. Put back, devuelve esto, ponlo en su lugar, put it back, hand it back, entrégalo de vuelta, ¿no? Put it back. Come back, go back, put it back, or hand it back. Next one, Jessica, in or out?
In, out. Leave, but carry something in, out, etc.
Yes, so this is just to give emphasis. To lift it in, to lift it out, put it in, put it out, carry in, carry out something, okay? Llevarlo adentro o afuera. Vanessa, next, off.
Off to another place. Drive, walk, run, saunter, rush off.
So off is just to give emphasis to the action, to drive off. So I drive to another place. I drive off or walk off, okay? It's to give emphasis. Run off or saunter off. Saunter is paseo, okay? O pasear, to saunter off, to rush off. Apurar, rush. To go to another place, okay? And finally, up or down. Let's read it. Maybe Manuel again, up and down.
Up and down, climb up, down a ladder.
Yeah, so this literally means up.
Ladder.
Yeah, to climb up, subir una escalera, or climb down a ladder, bajar una escalera, okay? So these are just to give emphasis to the action. All right, very good. Now, to practice, we're going to pay attention to point 5. We have pairs of sentences. Sentence A shows the normal meaning of each verb. What you need to do is read them and explain why it's different Sitting from sitting around. Copy or copy down, okay? So we're going to read it and explain why or how does the particle down, off, on, out, how does the particle modify the meaning of the verb, okay? I'll give you a couple of minutes, maybe 5-6 minutes. You can write down your explanations. I will ask you one by one to explain why or how does the meaning change, okay, in each verb. Okay, let's take 5-7 minutes to do the activity. All right, guys, are you ready? Or do you need more time?
One more minute, teacher, please.
Okay, let's start comparing our answers. So let's see. For the first one, let's start with Diego. So the first sentence, there was already someone sitting outside the door when I got to the classroom. And you read the second and tell me what is the difference between them.
Yes, teacher.
Mhm.
We spent the whole day sitting around at home watching all films.
Yes.
In the first sentence, someone is sitting near the classroom, near that place, and in the sentence B, they are sitting around, not is
Okay.
in that place.
Okay, so in this one, the first is just normal. They are sitting. Sitting around can mean like you're sitting near that place or just, well, in this case, let's explain. Sitting around, en esta oración significa estamos sentados sin ningún propósito en especial, without a purpose, in a specific purpose. It's pointless activity, okay? Como vimos acá, pointless activity, all right? You are just sitting around, okay? Sitting versus sitting around is like We spent the whole day sitting around at home watching old films. No había un objetivo como en concreto, sino todo el día sentados viendo películas, sitting around. Okay? This was the difference. Thank you, Diego. Let's continue with Catherine for the second one. Do you know that if it's legal for schools to copy YouTube clips? Read the next.
The teacher wrote the answer on the blackboard and we all copied it down.
Yes.
In the first one is if you know that maybe the school have permission.
Okay.
And the second one is when the teacher or all a student write in her book all that the teacher write in the blackboard.
Yes, it's correct. So to copy down, you wrote it onto paper, okay? Onto your notes. Very good. Thank you, Catherine. Continue, maybe Kiara. Next. My brother came to see me at the airport. My brother, the other one.
In the first one is when somebody come to receive, I don't know. Yes.
Welcome you.
Yes, welcome to relative.
Okay.
The second one is when it say goodbye to
Yes, to see you off or see someone off is because they are going to a different place, okay? In this case, vinieron a verme al aeropuerto o vinieron a despedirme al aeropuerto, to see me off at the airport. That is the difference here. Okay, thank you, Kiara. Good. Maria Alejandra, number 4. Lopez can't play in Sunday match. Read the other sentence, please, 4B.
Okay. Lopez can play in Sunday's match. We, after receiving treatment from the physiotherapist, Lopez was able to play on.
So what's the meaning of this one?
Is continue.
Yes. This is simply play, no puede jugar. This one is to continue playing, okay? So to play on. This is the meaning. Okay, very good. Marlon, number 5. Have you read any of Shakespeare plays? The other one, please read the sentence. Sentence B.
Sentence, the teacher chose to read out Hamlet's speech.
What is the difference between read and read out?
Teacher, I don't know.
So it's the same if I read like this, I read, or I read out. Okay, what's the difference? I'm reading or I'm reading out.
Read out. Read loudly.
Yes,
maybe,
loudly. This is the meaning. Read loudly or publicly. Okay, read out. Good. Manuela, is Manuela? Yes, here. 6. Did the teacher give you any homework? And the other one.
Okay, give is a normal verb to give something, and give out is maybe distribute.
Yes,
something.
distribute to different people. Okay.
Yes.
This is the meaning, to give to different people, so to give out.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you, Manuela. Let's see, Xiomara, for number 7. We used gray paint for the bathroom ceiling. What is the difference with used up the paint you bought the other day?
Teacher, I don't know.
Okay, let's see who might have the answer. Maybe Karen. Used versus used up. Okay, Santiago, thank you.
Teacher, I don't know.
Oh, okay, thank you, Santiago.
Okay, teacher, in the A, use it, is in simple past. I mean, with they did
Normal verb, yes.
normal verb,
Normal
exactly.
verb.
And in B, use up is they already did it. They finished all the paint, basically.
Yes, so they completely finished the paint. I used it up, okay? So I used it until it was finished. It was completely finished. Okay, and for the last one, maybe Jessica, do you have the answer? In the city are always rushing everywhere. Jan rushed off before I could tell her the news. So what is the difference between rushing and rushed off? Or anyone, do you know?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, Catherine, tell me.
Rushing is meaning that people are very busy.
Okay.
Rush off is maybe escape or move on another place, on another thing, in another place.
Yeah, rush is like apurándose, right? En afán. Always rushing everywhere. Entonces siempre van de un lugar a otro con mucho afán. Rush off es irse de un lugar con mucho afán, con mucha urgencia. Rushed off before I could tell her the news, okay? So to go to another place very quickly, very suddenly. This is the meaning of rushed. All right, excellent, guys. So we can finish for today. Tomorrow we will have a part of our class, short part of our class, to compare this point. Okay, so I want you to finish it as homework, please. It's easy. Just select from the vocabulary that we learned today. You're going to select an appropriate phrasal verb to complete the sentence. Okay, we have 8 sentences in total. So you complete it, and tomorrow we will socialize at the beginning of our class. We will compare your answers for this activity, okay? That is all. Thank you, guys, and I will see you in our next class. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Miss. See you
Bye-bye,
tomorrow.
guys.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Good night, teacher.
Bye-bye.